Okay, hello everybody. Τρέχει. Hi all, welcome to the stream. People have been asking me about my Gates of Fates and my build in Wolcen. So, I'll let you know now, particularly my Gates of Fate. I think I made a video, but because I made some changes, let me tell you now my skills and Gates of Fate and character details. Character sheet. Now in character sheet, I put toughness and ferocity only. Kinda split mostly on toughness though. Now that I think of it, I should have put a little bit less toughness until double health. I don't need more. Just 200. Hold on, what's my gold? Okay, I don't have the more gold to reset my attributes. So around 200 additional health until it reaches 200. That's good enough, you don't need more. And then everything to ferocity for criticals. You need them, you need the ferocity bonus. Whatever else is from Gate of Fates and items. Now, let's go with my skills. Skills. I removed Lightbringer because for the team build it doesn't really contribute much, and I put back the Solar Fall, which contributes a lot in the team build. So let's go check the skills. Because I'm using the Quintet of Sundowns item, the Shield, which allows me to cast Sacred Spell, which means any spell that is able to deal sacred damage can it cast. As you see here at Annihilation, I have it the Sacred option, so I can cast it. I can't cast it if I don't have it. Now I'm using Annihilation, plus damage, plus damage, plus critical, plus damage, plus damage. The buff, if whoever I hit me and my allies, give them a buff when I hit them with the beam, and plus critical damage. Juggernaut, which I plan to remove, but for the time being I have it. What's that? Damage absorption, reduce cooldown, damage absorption, more duration, damage absorption. All this. Now, Bulwark of Dawn. I don't have it to deal damage. I have it to increase healing rate, all resistance buff. Follows the player it was used to me. More duration, and increase the heal regeneration of tick. Now, I removed, as you see, the Warpath. I plan to put it the position of the Juggernaut, but later I need other gear for it. Now, Bleeding Edge. More damage, more critical, more damage, more duration, increases the cost though, and the cooldown. Increase the critical chance, more damage, and more damage. This I have the one that increases the spin over time. And I have it to deal physical damage, of course. I'll show you the items also. Now, Flight of Gavanir. I don't have the double hammer, I don't need it. Regenerates force shield. Explosion around me. Increases damage dealt on the recoil trajectory. Increases the critical based on my block chance. Increases the critical damage and it pulls enemies over on me so they get hit by the explosion. And Solar Fall, like the Fist of Heavens of Paladin. What's that? Increases damage over time. More damage. Area of effect increases over time, though that's debatable. It becomes static. In the area of effect I get a lower resistance buff for my team and increase the damage. There are other things I can change here, but currently I have it as it is. Now, let's go see my items. The Abolition Act, I need it for crowd control immunity and the attack speed it gives me, and the material damage. The percentage with any attack, not just the normal attack, any attack skill, whatever. It increases the damage. So, and it is a paladin weapon, really, as well as is my shield over here. Quintet of Sundowns allows me to cast Sacred Spell and it gives Force Shield. Now, I'm using the O'Malley's Lucky Belt, though the trial would be useful, but I use it for the magic find. Now what I need, currently I realized I don't need, I'm gonna be using later on, because I will change things. Let me show what armor. There is an armor which, what's that? No, this.
Oh, their breath is kind of horrible, isn't it? Imagine the price you could fetch for
In
one of
general,
those.
I need the cooldown reduction, bonus to occult damage by percentage from items. Not physical, because physical I already have the material, the Abolition
than
Act.
I expected.
Now, there is an armor, where is it?
Can they talk? I swear I heard it talk.
Not this, the Beauty Eternal. Neither this, another armor. Where is it? It's an armor that gives me an increase on... I think it's... It's an armor that converts all my shield, my... This, what's called? The Force Shield into health. This is what I need for the Paladin build, because I'm gonna do some changes. Well, I'm sure I have it somewhere, but I can't find it at the moment. I don't know why. This is just a socket shell. Don't tell me I lost it. Did I patch? Freeze duration as enemies. Yeah, this is useful because I'm not getting frozen myself due to Abolition Act. This can work with a lot of dodge chance, which gets converted to all resistances, and it's heavy. So in this case I need a lot of dodge chance as well in my gear. But, oh, there it is. This. All converts Force Shield into health. This, I need I'm gonna be using this item after I ideally find what I need, which is probably never going to happen. It takes a lot of time. It's like building from the start again. This is a heavy armor which also gives resistances and tons of health. My attacks apply weakness. I don't care about other ailments. So, Apart that, the legendaries I'm gonna have is giving me ideally occult damage and sacred damage if I find both modifiers now, which is very hard like I said. At work I'm using now let's go to the force shield, to the Gates of Fates. How can I access the Gates of Fate? I don't know the whole. There is HP. Okay, the Gates of Fate, something I'm gonna remove. Now, when my force shield is full, I get damage reduction. Only applies when maximum force shield is greater than half of maximum strength or maximum health on Scholar. I'm gonna remove this because in the future, because I don't need it. That's why I use a Juggernaut. So I keep my force shield high and I get this 30% damage taken reduced. But I'm gonna be removing this. I don't I won't be needing it in the future. So let's ignore this tree at all. I have no need of this. Now, what is a must here? This wild card of soldier. 30% critical chance score, pretty good. 12% critical chance, 7% critical damage, 10% attack critical chance, attack and spell, as you see. Now I put points here in battle thrills and these ones. As I said, these points are gonna be reinvested. Now, let's go to Warlock. Reigning in the darkness. More critical chance while my willpower is above 75%. It's a good for just dealing spike damage. Now, the increase to willpower and rage, which is called duty to exterminate. Sharp insight, okay, force generator rate, self-preservation instinct. Now, the other important thing is Dusk Glaive. Wilding smoke. I go invisible where I need it. More damage, but thus far I don't put other on this side. I'm not dodging. Now, life's first movement. Lure of light or lure of darkness, and the increase of it is 7-3 and 3-7 weight. This is to give even more damage to both my material and spells, because like I said, this build is it's a Paladin Dark Templar variation, so it's the Dusk Glaive category. Now, moving on, Siege Breakers, Salvatory Anchor, and Elevated Gain, as well as I got this. Damage is increased by my shield block chance by percentage. Apart that, it's a pretty straightforward way to the Siege Breaker, the Salvatory Anchor, nothing else here. Now, Praetorian, Kingless Aegis, plus block efficiency, I need it, and a little bit of reduced damage multiplier, it's not that big. On these two I will maybe put them later. Now, Praetorian Selfless Courage, 25% all resistances score for me and my allies on block within 5-meter radius during 5 seconds, which is a very good 25% plus to all resistances. Now, also Blessed Mana for 40% all resistance score for 5 seconds when I pick a health globe, so my resistances go very high. What's that? Sacred Oath, weakness when I block, and +1 stack of weakness applied on block. Now I'm gonna put this later on. As I said, I'm gonna remove some points. Now, after this we go to Assassin. What's called? Clandestine Execution. Increases damage when only one enemy is near me, plus 20% damage if one enemy is near me on 7 meters. And I put this, the other one, plus 10% additional damage. And I'm gonna put this as well, which reduces the radius of enemies near me, so I get to do it more often. Then we go to, after the Assassin, we go to Child of Fury. Furious Appetite. Willpower generation becomes rage generation. Now, this is debatable, but because I get to take this as well, plus 100% rage cost and double damage when my rage is over 750. This increases my damage, and I don't need that much willpower regeneration. I'm not teleporting, so, and the transfer between rage and willpower is good, so I get to control it very well. It doesn't reduce my killing speed, since I'm not having willpower generation. I mean. Now, plus 15% fire damage, that was just essential to pass through. I couldn't avoid it. Plus 10% block charge while wielding one-handed weapon. So increases the damage of my Flight of Governor. And plus attack speed, that's the basic to get in, as well as the Assassin material damage and plus critical chance score. This is currently my Gate of Fates build that people were asking me. Like I said, I'm gonna remove these points, these 3 for sure. Maybe I'll keep this because it gives plus resistances, and this gives maximum. Oh, this is the element chance score, increases chance to apply elements. I don't think I'm gonna be using this because I'm not that much element dependent. The weakness I applied either way with the blocking, so I'm gonna remove all these points here and put them somewhere where are more useful in the future when I change my, when I get more proper gear. So this is my skills, my items, what I need, my Gate of Fates talents, and of course when I go solo I take other skills. I take the Lightbringer stand of Solar Fall, but these kind of games aren't made to be played solo. They are made to be played in a team and you have more fun, more killing power, more you kill faster, you deal, because it's 4 people, you deal more damage, that's how they're supposed to be played. They're not supposed to be played alone, though you can. So that's it. I hope you find this useful. Be well everybody, and see you in the next cast.